everybody. We're feeling fine. Here we go. We're not going to sing Backstreet Boys or whatever that is. I don't know what that was. Was that NSYNC? Was that Backstreet Boys? You got to tell me. More Slime Forest at the top. Check it out. While I get everything ready. Spicy news today. Spicy nudes. Showing naked pictures live. We're gonna have a fun show today. We hate insurrectionists. Slime Forest with the hits. Okay, I think we're almost there. I only have one move when it comes to dancing. It's like something with my arms. Throwing the dice. What's the... That's the car wash. All right, no more dancing. Jesus Christ. Sometimes I make myself cringe when I dance like that. Especially with the car wash one at the end. That was no good. We got to not do that again. Hello and good morning, everybody. Man, dude. I thought I had everything set up, but I don't. We are going to have a great show today because there are fucking hits to talk about. You know, I'm going to take it easy at the top, but we've got Salvo news, if you haven't heard. We've got Chaya Raichik news. Christian Walker news, Rich Campbell news, Just the Minx news. Keemstar even reported on the Just the Minx news. Can you believe that? The worlds are crossing. The streams are crossing, okay? All the timelines are converging. We are seriously in a dark timeline, I believe. You know, like, you know how they talk about that? Oh, there's the dark timeline and the good timeline, the main timeline. Yeah, we, in a world where, oops, I forgot to turn off my ringtone. In a world where Andrew Tate is talking about how he would rock Greta Thunberg's world. In that world, I think we're in a dark timeline. But, you know, you tell me. I could be wrong. This could be the greatest timeline. This could be the main timeline. Like, who knows what the future holds? Kanye may invent, like, time travel or something at this point. Like, anything he did, nothing he does surprises me anymore, is what I mean, yeah. He could be up to anything. So, like I said, let's start off light before we dig into the nitty-gritty, because there's one thing that I want to get to today. I mean, basically why I decided I really needed to do a morning show instead of taking more time off is because of this news. So, we're going to talk about Salvo and all this fucking dirty-ass shit he's up to, dude. Dirty piece of shit, dude. Seriously, we are 5 minutes in, so I can say whatever the fuck I want, dude. Dirty piece of shit. Makes me sick to to think about Salvo and his nasty. Imagine what that fucking greasy ass sausage looked like sending that bitch. He sent so many women pictures of just a ew, dude. I've seen the man's hairy body, you know, and then oh my god, I don't need to dive too deep into it. We're starting off light, okay? Starting off light. So let me pop us over. And by light, I mean probably loud. So I need to make sure that's in check. Okay. So this is some YouTube streamer. I don't know. This is Dexerta reporting it. So guess what? They, Perry Caravola Live. That's who it is. So I was about to clown on them and say that they're not fucking telling us, divulging who they're reporting on. But here we go.
Someone loves you times 100. Oh, well, thank you.
Someone loves you times 100.
You unravel the rest of your $100 money chain, grab the side of the money roll with one hand and pull the metal ring horizontal. No, I'm not going to do that because it'll. If I do that, it's going to blow off a bunch of shit inside. I'm not blowing that off.
Oh, no shit.
I know, I'm not stupid.
I'm not
stupid. Keep pulling the string. It's not.
Yeah, hopefully there's more inside.
He's not
nothing
stupid.
That's coming out.
Just in case.
Keep trying.
You were confused.
Ow! 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 Motherfucker! Motherfucker! You filthy motherfucker!
He kind of gives me I don't know if me and Kevin have talked about it on the pod before, but he kind of gives me Tourette's guy vibes. If anybody out there remembers Tourette's guy, shouts out because, yeah, this is what he's giving me. Like old, like Newgrounds, or not Newgrounds, but like E-Bombs World kind of shit. Some Tourette's guy shit right here. Ah, you motherfucker. Maybe it's just because he's an old man, like cursing like that. If I heard him drop some, like Colgate toothpaste lines or something, then I could really say that, yeah, he's hitting on the Tourette's guy shit. But you know, that has yet to happen. So yeah, we've got that's the light opener. That's the light opener. Maybe I go down and talk about somebody in the quick routes before we get to the salvo of it all, because it's just going to be a long like dance on his grave. So I kind of want to, let's see. Yeah, I kind of want to hit a couple things before we get into the salvo of it all, because, you know, that's it. Once we get to the salvo of it all, it's going down. Which shouts out to CJ Brown out there. Him and Parking Tigers put together, you know, they burned their own at the stake, man. This is like Jesus Christ levels of betrayal. Like, they hung him at the cross. They hung Salvo at the cross. Somebody needs to make the fan art. They hung Salvo at the cross, nailed him to it, and stabbed him through the chest with this fucking live stream. So I'll put the link in the description. CJ Brown out there, check out his live. It's going to be his live stream that we look at when we parse through all the nitty gritty evidence. So yeah, let's hit. I want to save Chaya, Raichik, and Tucker for the end because that's fun. But that's a fun one to end on. But Trisha has been up to a lot this month, actually. You know, the baby finally came out. You don't have to worry about, you know, carrying around that burden anymore. She's got babysitters, I'm sure. Actually, no, she said in front of me is no babysitters. She's the only one taking care of that fucking baby. And it better be that way. Her and Moses better be the only ones, or she's a fucking hypocrite bitch. Let's see what Trisha's up to. Two big headlines, really, that I've seen since the last time we streamed. It's kind of wild. The first one being Trisha Paytas reveals she is finishing up writing a book about trolling and her drama days. So we're about to get a fucking what's on a sports take say. This is about to be a literary nightmare. Well, she's not writing this book. Bullshit. I call bullshit. I mean, well, we'll see. Because depending on the quality of what comes out, or just maybe not quality is the wrong word, but depending on what comes out, I'll decide for myself whether it was Trisha that wrote it or not. But, you know, I want to dive more into this with Kevin later because she's got just tons of shit going on her social medias that would be interesting to cover on the main show. But a book by Trisha Paytas about her trolling and drama days. Can't wait, dude. Can't wait. I wonder if she'll drop some people in there, you know? Will there be some like Daniel Keem references or like who's the real nutty one that she drove off the internet? Fuck, dude. I'm having brain farts this morning. It's too early. Man, I don't even have a cup of coffee with me this morning. I already drank it. So water it is, but what is that bitch's name? Hannah. Gabby Hanna. I use bitch in the obviously I love Gabby Hanna and her drama. Like she would say like, yeah, I'm a bitch. Yeah, I'm a fucking bitch. I'm a bitch. I'm fucking Gabby Hanna, bitch. No, I'm sure that's how she sounds. Gabby Hanna could get a shout out in the book. Ethan better get a shout out in the book. Like, let's hope that Ethan gets to do the foreword to her book. Like, apologies, Trisha. It's me, Ethan Klein. I love you. You're a great person. I knew you were destined to write a banger book. And then I can roll my eyes. There's no way I'd ever buy this. Just so you know, maybe Kevin will do some ops. He'll buy it or like steal it online or something in Minecraft. And we'll report back to you on how Trisha's book is and is doing. I mean, wouldn't it be funny if it was like, well, it's going to be like a New York Times bestseller, guaranteed. Because nobody buys books ever anymore. And the moment that Trisha comes out with a book, there's going to be a bunch of ding-dongs that go buy it. I mean, I'm even tempted myself, so I say ding-dongs in the most, I love you, is what I'm saying. You're not a ding-dong. I love you. But, so Trisha is getting up to writing a book, okay? We got Trisha writing books, and then we've also got Trisha getting into some more shit, which is kind of, this is more so than the book, because the book is part of the grift. You know, we've seen everybody under the sun from, you know, it doesn't matter who it is. I could name any grifter we've covered, and they've written some book that they try to shill that maybe they didn't even write. But Trisha is doing more than just a book. Trisha Paytas has signed on to join the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Yeah. So this is what I was talking. Me and my wife saw this news come out, and I, you know, was asking her like, which one is that? I'm not really sure which show, the Real Housewives of, because it's Trisha Paytas has signed on to join the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So what we're gonna do here live is we're gonna maybe not. Fuck. You know, I came up off the riff that we were gonna watch a little bit of some Housewives, but I can't do that. I'll be fucking slammed so hard. We will look it up. Real Housewives of LA. Of Beverly Hills. I put LA. I'm an idiot. Beverly Hills. Okay. Oh my God. These people look like freaks. I mean, let's let everybody get a little dose of like what this looks like. Bravo. So this is a big show, I guess. And what I was trying to decide with my wife was if this was one of those things where they like individually follow everybody. If anybody in the chat knows, is this one of the things where they individually follow like families and their lives? Or is this like a Big Brother reality show thing where they're like all in some kind of house together or something? We couldn't decide, and I really want to play a clip. Is any of it real? Did Trisha Paytas lie about being on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? So Def Noodles thinks this is a fucking plot, dude. This is a gay op, but you know, he got 567 views on this, so I wouldn't put any clout behind that, really. I believe it. She's going to be on Real Housewives. We'll have to wait and see. I can't wait to see some clips. It'll be hilarious to see, like, her and Moses on a thing. I would love to see Moses be awkward as fuck on a fucking... Have Moses be awkward as fuck on one of their shows, dude. Just like... I'm one with the water. I am water, you are water. I better not try to do any kind of accent there. I might get accused of naughty things that I don't do, okay? I am not naughty. I am nice. I was nice this year, okay? I haven't streamed since Christmas. Yeah, I only put up the Chaya Raichik short. Go check that out because she's hot. But I haven't streamed since Christmas, so yeah, I was a good boy this year, okay? We drove back home. I got to eat some goodies. Came back home with some goodies. I got new thermals. They're nice and cozy. You know, I was a good boy this year. I hope everybody else was as well. You better be good boys out there and girls and non-binary people. You better be good too. You have an example to set, you fuckers. You better be really good. Sorry to exclude you again, but non-binary people out there, you better be really good because you have to set a fucking example, okay? Set a fucking good example. Jesus Christ, man. Is that much to ask? Set a good example for yourself, for your community. I'm acting a fool. So there is the light news at the top. Trisha Paytas. Bitch. Now we can do it. Let's get right into the salvo snakiness. Can you remember when you were younger, when you were a kid, and like you could do these little finger trap things with your friends and you could make it look like, hey, put your fingers this way and it looks like a pussy in here. Look at it. Yeah. No, little did I know in middle school when I was doing that and I was like, yeah, it looks like a pussy. That's not what a pussy looks like. I was convinced for a long time that that's what a pussy looks like. Like it just the slit. It's like the little hole in between your fingers when you put them together, like a little slit. You just like. I mean, I guess, you know, we were practically there. Somebody made that up to some truth. But, you know, there's a lot of things involved. Sorry, incel community, but there's a lot more things involved than just a little slit, okay? You know? Ask Tipster. Ask Salvo, dude. Ask Salvo, you know, if you are a young viewer out there, which I hope I don't have any. If you are a young viewer out there, you know, just ask Salvo or Tipster or one of those guys, you know, real men in your lives, how to conduct yourself with women online. I mean, they get what they want. You know, they do get what they want. It just doesn't turn out, you know, necessarily great for them always. In the end, they do get what they want. So here we go. To start it off, we're going to look at this thread that Kino Kapta on Twitter. I don't really know this guy, actually. I followed him because of this. So I don't condone what he says. I do follow him, however, and I will say that he was talking a lot of trash about not friend of the show Ethan Ralph. So good guy. I'm sure. Especially if he's reporting on Salvo. I mean, the only people that report on Salvo are good, brave people like CJ Brown, like me, Parking Tigers. Unfortunately, I think Augustus Kinochet, I think his research and the length of his discovery is not very long. We've got this where it's Salvo saying, "Goodbye, everyone. I'll be back in 2024. Remember, innocent until proven guilty." With shouts out to Xylee Gets Real out there. What a beautiful woman to see her this bright and early in the morning. Thanks for a good 2022. I'll be back in 2024. We'll see who's around then. I know I'll be. Wow, that's so wholesome from Salvo. Gonna delete the server in 2 minutes. Somebody says, "Oh man, no. Need a formal 2023 reset." We're gonna miss you, homie. Fair enough. 2024. I'll miss you, Salvo. Bye, says Riddles down there, which you know what she gets up to. And she's talking to Salvo in his server. All I gotta say is, if there turns up some kind of OnlyFans tape with Salvo, it's going to be right here. Here's the culprit. And here we're seeing it go down. Here's the first link. I called it. When you get to see Salvo's little dick this time instead of Bunk's, you'll know I called it first. So yeah, I guess this is him talking to his server on Discord. And don't think I won't address anything. Bye now. And then our buddy Formal with the pancake says that. So then we go on. Parking Tiger says, "Hey everyone, this is not a PSA. This must be in his server." And Parking Tiger's notorious villain server where they have horny chat and, everything else. You don't even want to know what goes on in that place, what goes down in that place. I mean, seriously, sometimes it's sickening. Sometimes it's fucking sickening to me. Sometimes I get doxxed. Sometimes I get banned. Sometimes you get made into emojis. That's not cool either. Well, it is kind of cool. Not really, though. Don't let them know. Don't let them know what you're really thinking. Keep them questioning. Hey, everyone. This is not a PSA I want to be doing. This is not a PSA I want to be doing. But there's been a lot of allegations against Salvo, and I've sent some pretty damning evidence. I've been sent some pretty damning evidence. And at this time, I'm not comfortable with having him here. And one of the mods here as well has kicked him. I've been getting so many DMs about this as well. Salvo has just deleted his Discord server. If you want proof of the allegations, they are coming, which is what we're going to get into, the bulk. The big bulk of it all. We've got Keemstar and Asher stirring up shit, which this is why. Now, this is an interesting part of the whole conversation to talk about. At first, when Asher was talking about what was going on, and Asher's one of the people that came forward and said Salvo was being dirty, okay, in the DM. He was going down in the DM. She came forward with this, but the day before she came forward, at least that I knew, on Twitter, Keem says, "No Keemstar show tonight. We don't have enough subject material for a show. Drama Alert returns on Snap tomorrow. Don't miss it on Snapchat. Any of you predators out there that still have Snapchat and need to get your daily dose of drama, Drama Alert is still there. Hope y'all had a great weekend. Holiday weekend, in fact. He's so nice. Here's some screenshots from the Parking Tigers Discord about some interactions between Salvo and Ashers. Okay, so here we go. Love you. I'm jerking off, by the way, which we got Purple Panic. Shouts out. She's down here with the, yeah, that's appropriate face. Heard the chatter again, but Asher's my jerking DM was pretty obviously a joke. Hence me posting the screenshot in PT's main chat seconds after sending it. I'm sorry you were unable to see that. Which I had seen what he's talking about, the screenshot or whatever, where he said, I'm jerking or whatever, which, you know what? Probably was jerking, honestly. Like, yeah. I mean, it's plausible to believe he wasn't actually jerking and it was a joke because Salvo's MO is just to always joke. But I would say, you know, who knows? Who knows what Salvo was doing? He could have been jerking his gherkin, dude. I could believe it. Yeah, right there, right when he says it. What about our DMs, Asher says. I'll leak them right fucking now, which I think it's confusing. And after watching CJ's stream, I'm not, I don't know all of the details on like who's what. I know Carla was involved instead of some of the stuff that we're about to look at, and Asher's, and maybe someone else. We'll get into it, but it's a lot of things that I love about Salvo, and it's probably because he's a dirty pervert. Look, if Salvo's surprisingly hot wife needs someone to talk to while going through the divorce, I'm here, says Spondyle. Good for you, bud. I've never seen her before. I think that if he had a picture of him with a chick on his shirt and it got kind of shared around Twitter a little bit, if that's his wife, I guess she was cute, whatever. I don't give a shit. But I do think it's funny that, Spondell's here to fucking hit the rebound. Good for you, bud. Some of these people I interact with on Twitter on a daily basis, I don't even know how old they are, and it kind of weirds me out. I'm like, I don't know how old Spondyle is. I hope he's old enough. He talks enough shit to be old enough. If not, leave me alone, dude. You gotta be old enough. Just leave me alone. Okay, so now here's the nitty gritty. We're gonna get into CJ's stream, and we are going to hop the fuck around CJ's stream. So all I want to say is I'm going to put this in the description after this goes up. Go check out CJ Brownie, CJ Brownie, as Keemstar says. And I don't know if that's how you say it. Maybe Keemstar's right. Who knows? CJ Brown, as far as I'm concerned. Go check him out. Seriously, this was a good stream. They did a good job, him and Parking Tigers, and I can't wait to see more from the dynamic duo there, exposing all sorts of disgusting behavior online. Now, I've got some time codes that I want to get to real quick. These are all the DMs, essentially, which is the coolest part to look at because it's actually what he said, what he did, shit. So I like these the most. And there is a whole call from Asher's explaining what happened. Go check that out on the stream. There's more details. They have tons of details if you don't, there's so many people that were asking, just send the cold hard facts. Where's the screenshots? Whatever. Well, that's what we're going to look at specifically so that it's a little easier for, somebody to be like, it's here, okay? It's here right now. You'll see it with me. So if we go to 50... You got to go in the 50s, and then it was, I believe the first one was 50-30. So, yeah. We've got some Carla DMs, okay? Here's Carla. Ow, those eyes, those dreamy... I don't even know what this word is. She's crazy. Is she autistic, Carla? She's very nice, but I'm just kidding. Carla, though, those dreamy languorous eyes? Languorous? I don't know. I've never even heard of that word, whatever that means. Dreamy. Salvo's so hot. This is what I don't get either. Like, obviously the narrative is that he manipulates a lot of the narrative that I've heard is that he manipulates vulnerable women, people that are lonely, or somehow else he's taking advantage of them somehow. Luxurious eyes. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to say about that. It gets way worse than this. It's true. Glad to see you. Crawling emoji or melting or whatever that is. Melting. Yes. Haha. Good. This is what I don't get. Why do these people even think he's manipulating these people? But who finds this motherfucker that attractive? It's greasy, shirtless Salvo most of the time. He's greasy. Haven't mentioned he's greasy. I mean, you can just look at him and he's so greasy. That's enough to turn me off. I can see the sheen. I mean, I'm greasy too. I wouldn't fuck myself. But definitely not Salvo, dude. I don't understand the obsession here. He's got groupies. I mean, Tipster has groupies, so I guess that it's not that crazy. I guess it's not that crazy to have groupies. To have the fucking hose in the background waiting to just fucking line up. I mean, I'm not calling any of these women hoes because I like every single one of these girls, unfortunately. These women, like, they're all cool. I'm sad that Salvo did this kind of thing to them, but I'm just surprised that they're interested in him to begin with. Because he's a YouTuber, I guess. That's the only justification I can see to it. Because I mean, you know, and what am I saying? I'm not saying that I'm all chalked up. I'm the fucking best looking motherfucker online, but that's what Salvo acted like, and he's a greasy sausage. Okay? Greasy sausage. So, yeah, these pretty mild DMs. But then as we go forward, 53, 55, okay? 53. Whoopsie. 53. 55. Right there, perfect. Hey, babe. Why is everyone being so mean to you? No idea. It's rude. Message me on Discord. Now, I believe as we go forward here, there we go. We get some good ones. Question for you. Okay. Want to see me come? Oh my God, I wasn't expecting. Thoughts? Which thoughts is like their go-to. I've seen some people that I actually like come out with the thoughts. So Salvo's playing that, you know. Thoughts? But yes, of course, I'd love to see that. Is this the real Salvo? Yes. What? Who is this? I mean, I guess I should go back and listen again and see who this actually really is. But unless we're trolling, we're doing a little troll, and we're trying to get, like, damning evidence of Salvo coming or whatever. Ew. He asked, want to see me come? And this person said, I wasn't expecting that, which is a great reaction. Yeah, I wouldn't expect that either. Thoughts? Yes, of course. I'd love to see that. Then, is this the real Salvo? Is the last thing you say. Which is like, that would have been the first thing I asked from the jump. But, want to see me come? Of course. Of course. Of course, Salvo. Let me see your fucking little member spit. Let me see where it spits. That's fucking foul, dude. I'm disgusted by this. I mean, like, I'm trying to put no judgment on the women because they have been subject to nasty advances by Salvo. Nasty advances. But, I mean, of course. I mean, you could say, like, I'm interested or yeah. Like, what the? Yes, of course. Yes, of course. Of course. Send me your dick. Coming. I love that. I love that so much. So good. 55-11. I'm sorry. I'm going to give Kevin the option to revisit this with me at the beginning of the year podcast, when we start. Because, at this point, he's like Salvo and Keemstar or whatever are a good meme that we get to keep going back to and revisiting because they're full of shit. So we'll talk about it and maybe we'll decide to go over this again. This is just kind of my own little operation. And I had to laugh at this. I mean, oh my God, dude. It's just so fucking hilariously funny. It's expected. Like, I'm not surprised. I haven't been surprised 1 second of this whole thing. But, oh my God. Here we go. Can you make a video call? But you have to be quiet. And I'll have to block you on here for a little after, okay? I'll call you. Can't tell anyone. Promise? Why block me? To cover my ass. Which is... Oh. I'm like, wow, dude. And he said this one was 2 weeks ago. Parking Tiger says in the chat. This one was only like 2 weeks ago. Promise. Don't tell anyone. I mean, this is some deviant behavior. This is like, and I believe in one of these DM exchanges, he says like, let's go to Snapchat. Of course. They're going to Snapchat to watch Drama Alert. Not to send each other pictures of their pussies and dicks. Okay, what the fuck is wrong with some of you people out there? What the fuck, dude? Do I have to get unhinged for a second? Do I have to get fucking unhinged for a second? What in the fuck? What in the absolute fuck is wrong with you out there? If you are humoring Salvo advances at all, let me tell you, you made the mistake right at the beginning. Ew. I'm trying not to make the judgment call, but ew. I'm disgusted. Okay? What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? And I'm surprised this goes on without somebody immediately calling somebody like this out. Like, I feel like if I did something creepy as fuck like this, immediately somebody just like fucking poop it all out on Twitter and I'd get fucking dirted on, which doesn't matter to me. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm nothing. I'm nothing. So this wouldn't matter to me. But what I'm saying is I feel like my luck, if I did some creepy ass DM shit, that it would get leaked immediately. So the fact that Salvo's been doing some, I mean, yeah, you can tell that he gets down with this. It's not just like this isn't his first rodeo, if you know that expression. If we go forward just a tad, and I'll switch it back over. Can I come for you? Here's a good part of it. It says, can you make a video call? But you have to be quiet, and I'll have to block you after, okay? I'll call you. You can't tell anyone, promise. Why block me? To cover my ass. Okay, yeah, we did look at that one, actually. It just looks a little different. But I'm pretty sure. There we go. Tomorrow I'll call. Good night, friend. Oh, no. Question. You are so mean. I'm sleepy. I want to put on a good show for you. So, this screams like I was drunk one night and wanted to get some sloppy DM nasty hookup shit going down. And, oops, I'm too tired now to do it. Oh, fuck you, Salvo, you fucking piece of shit. You dirty piece of shit, dude. Here's what I wish. I hope that Salvo goes on to go to this Ethan Ralph fucking WrestleMania fucking pedophile bullshit where they're going to stick their fingers up each other's asses. I mean, Ethan Ralph is actively defending Salvo on Twitter right now for all this creepy shit, which, I mean, like, for some people, all this drama always ever comes down to is fucking Was it illegal? He didn't. He's not a pedo as far as I know. Pedo, I love it. He's not a pedo as far as I know in any of these like examples. I don't think that any of the 3 women that came forward were underage. Pretty sure they're all of age, or that would be more of a thing, I feel like. But you know, it is all not illegal. No revenge porn, no kitty cats. No, nothing inappropriate. It's just he's sending his sausage around, and some people like it. I mean, we've seen some of the people reciprocate. Carla seems like she's a little naughty person, which is fine. You're allowed to be. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think what people aren't reckoning with is that, you know, Salvo could be polyamorous or whatever. I guess he is, and his wife doesn't give a shit that he does this shit. That's probably fine. Maybe. I don't know. But there is some sort of like, he's still, the point is that he's using his power and inflicting it upon women to get what he wants. I mean, he wouldn't be able to do this if he was just some guy. It's because these people know him for a reason, because he's on YouTube doing this YouTube shit. I mean, even though it's Salvo and it's like not that big of a thing, that doesn't mean anything. Like, he's still using it to manipulate, and gross. That's some gross shit. So, you know, Salvo stays dirty, because I think we still have one more. 58-27. If we go a little further, 58-11, 36 should be good. This is the juiciest one, which I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, all right, seriously? I think when you see this one, you, like, before you see this one, you could say, oh, well, it's just him being a dirty little pervert. And this is still kind of him doing that. But fucking suck it. You know you want to. Photo. You're going to drown in my cum, bitch. Okay? So that's just so far. That's the top. Fucking suck it. You know you want to. Picture, which is assumedly his dick. Now, okay, people on Twitter want to be like, well, until I see a dick pic, comment copped, until I see a dick pic, you know, I don't know. Well, the women said it was some dirty shit. Clearly it's pictures. First he says, fucking suck my balls, cum, dick, bitch. Then a picture. It's his dick, bro. Give me a break. Come on. Like, who are you kidding? Who you kidding, huh? You're going to drown my cum, bitch? That wasn't a dick pic? Salvo, you're hilarious, but I just want to be friends. I don't want things to be like this. Now, again, I'm not sure who this is. I'm not sure if they doxed who this is, if it's doxing. So, fine, you know. But clearly, this is a no. This is a no from somebody that's like, I like you, Salvo, but no. You know, you can break it down whatever way you want. Not implicitly no. No means no. You got to say no. Okay, whatever. Clearly she doesn't want it. Friends can send each other hot pics. You know how sexy you are. Ugh. Good one, Salvo. You're quite the ladies' man. Show me what you're wearing right now. Come on, stop, she says. So that's no. I mean, it's stop, but it's no. Photos. This could be us. I don't want to be friends if you keep making it uncomfortable. Sorry. So that's a clear no. Now, this one wasn't opened. I don't know what that is. And who knows if that one's even open, but this one's blue. So I'm assuming maybe this means hasn't been opened. This could be us. Like, now this, you could argue, maybe isn't his dick. I don't know what the context is here, but This could be us, could be a picture of like two people fucking or something. Or maybe he's railing somebody's pussy, or I don't know, you know. Who knows when it comes to Salvo? He's a greasy little Italian grease ball. But I believe that's the extent. The other one is just the, babe, I can't get you out of my head. Dude, this could be, I mean, Salvo could be a musical genius. Babe, I just can't get you out of my head. My wife doesn't fuck me anymore. Oh, yeah. I can feel in my heart you're my true love. Please move to Ohio. Please move to Ohio. I'm gonna divorce my wife. I'm gonna divorce my wife. But what if she tries to come after me? If I move in with you, though, I'll keep you safe. I promise you'll never see her. My wife's a bitch. Fuck her. I ad-libbed there. I added some to that, but yeah, that's the DMs, dude. That's the DMs. Babe, I can't get you out of my head. My wife doesn't fuck me anymore. God, dude. When it's shit like this, and you know he's always joking, so I guess that's what you can chalk it up to. But these are also one of the things where I'm like, is this real? Like, who says this for real? My wife, I mean, this is like the epitome of, this is what you talk, like what people joke about is happening. I didn't know that Salvo's practically a fucking incel. My wife don't fuck me no more. I'm a cuck. I can feel in my heart you're my true love. I would love you to move to Ohio. No one, and let me be clear, I'm in Ohio. In Ohio, no one wants to move to Ohio. I don't care. I don't care. No one wants to go to Ohio. No one's going to take you up on this offer, bro. This is ridiculous. Give me a break. I'll keep you safe, I promise. You'll never see her. It's the Salvo promise. You'll never see my wife. It's the Salvo promise. You'll never see my wife. It's just me, baby, me. My wife goes on vacation and you come to my house and we fuck. That's how it goes down. So, shouts out to CJ Brown yet again. That is the Salvo portion of the show. Hope he loves it. Let's move on. We've been here for about 48, so we'll get through all of them, baby. We'll get through all these motherfucking routes. If I can. If I can stay awake. I'm having a second cup of coffee. I should have. Okay, here we go. Christian Walker and his PJs. We missed this over the break, and it's so fucking funny. This is some more Republican infidelity bullshit, and Christian Walker has something to say about it, so he's not down for you clowning around anymore.
For his atrocity against Megan Thee Stallion, but I'd like to discuss his
He's talking about the dude that shot Megan
Thee
Thee Stallion and then his dad.
God does not lose. Never. And even though we've come to this juncture,
I'd appreciate if instead of
So God does not
excuses
lose.
for his criminal son, he would have used half that passion to teach his son not to wield weapons against women. It also really pisses me off when people try to bring God into their bad behavior. Your son just tried to blow a woman's foot off. Don't bring God into this. That wasn't very godly of your son. Why?
Well, that's the thing that I feel like these kind of people need to learn is that don't bring God into this applies to everything. Thank you. Thank you, Christian Walker. God has nothing to do with this dude trying to blow Megan Thee Stallion's foot off and going to jail for it. And God has nothing to do with your dad and his infidelity either. And God is not going to save him from the disgusting Herschel Walker freak that he is. Let's
Why
listen.
are you putting on some big performance outside of the courthouse instead of holding your son accountable for trying to hurt a woman? Fathers, man up. Maybe we'd have better men in the world if you did your job as fathers and held your sons accountable for despicable behavior.
Well, I mean, like, hold your sons accountable for despicable behavior. We wish that you had a dad that could hold you accountable for some of the crazy ass shit that you say. I got you the matching pajamas, so stop acting brand new for your followers. Ha ha! Suck it, Hassan, you bitch. Put on those fucking matching jammies, bro. I'm down. I'm trying to see Hassan and his matching jammies. So, over the break, I don't know if me and Kevin talked about it because it was the award episode, but Rich Campbell R-worded a bunch of people, I guess, allegedly, I guess I'll say, because I don't know if there's whatever. You know how it is. You know how it rolls. There's a clip of Casey Tron, right, is her name? We got this clip on Reddit, which I don't like Reddit clips very much, but Casey Tron saying,
communicated to her there were several other victims and that there are corroborating factors in each story. She told me that she is also aware of one other victim that has a similar theater story to hers, and others that have stated he finished in them without consent.
That's gross, okay? When I first listened to this clip and she said that, I was like, oh, all right. Ugh. Oh. It is interesting, though. Let me speak on a phenomenon that I can realize, at least. When I was maybe it is also with age. I'm sure that has something to do with it. But when I was younger, and it was before, it has been maybe in the last decade or so. The Me Too thing has been going on for longer than that. But I think it's been in the last decade or so that we've started to hold men to a different standard, or an appropriate standard. It's different than what it's been, but a more appropriate standard in terms of consent and what that means, and, the idea that you need to seek consent with a woman or man or whoever. And finishing inside without saying anything. I'm not trying to dismiss that. That's fucked. Because, that means that she could be pregnant. Depending on her situation and what she believes, that could mean that she has a baby that she has to deal with now. Or not. Or maybe she's somewhere where she can't get an abortion, because that's a fucking thing now. But, you know what I'm saying? When I was younger, people would talk about, yeah, Hash, you did come in at a heavy time. Welcome. When I was younger, people thought that, guys would locker room talk, and maybe this is some of the disgusting people that I had to associate with, but guys would talk about, that was cool. That was the fun thing to do. Even in college, I remember, to finish in them before they could say anything about it. And then it's just I can't believe you just did that. Finish inside of me. Oh my God. Why? But now that's not the standard anymore. And it never should have been. I'm just saying that I've heard that, in the past. The standard now is way before that. And if you are dropping heat, like that without permission, just fucking nutting inside of anybody? Come on, dude. Get real. So I wanted to say this too when we got to the Rich Campbell of it all. I think there's some deviance there. I would not be surprised if there's either a downfall of the OTK little group, because so many of them are, that's what I'm saying. There's definitely a generational change in terms of what's acceptable and what's not. And we say that all the time, but in terms of Me Too type stuff, consensual, receiving consent and all that, that's definitely changed. But I foresee OTK going down in a dirty way because maybe some other people are involved in some shit. Who knows? And this is all allegedly. This is all just me bullshitting. But this is 2. This is 1 strike, 2 strikes. We're talking the founding members of this organization, 2 of them, that were deviant in some sort of way. Now, you could argue that, I've even heard things about Sear, and he's also in that group. So you got to think that that's 2 people for sure, 1 person questionable. Who knows what everybody else is up to? I think Asmongold looked like he could be never mind. Asmongold looks like he could keep some people in his basement. Like, he might live in Ohio, but he doesn't. You could fool me. He's maybe from Ohio because he looks like somebody that holds people captive in their basement. Just saying. It's just me saying it, not Kevin. Don't throw him under the bus for that one. But yeah, I don't know. I think that Mizkiff didn't really Mizkiff covered for a friend that did some nasty stuff. Now you could say that friend was also involved with OTK and everything. So that's still a check mark in my book for somebody doing dirty. But Mizkiff explicitly didn't do it himself. Now that doesn't mean the things he did do, like drop the N-bomb a bunch and slurs and shit in chat or in his private chats that leaked. That doesn't mean that none of that, that's all unacceptable too. But I don't know, dude. I just have I didn't always have, but I do now have a bad vibe about OTK. And I'm here to talk shit about OTK for sure. I'm down. The only other people that I can think of, it's Emiru, which I wouldn't dare to ever talk shit about that sweet angel, even though she's probably complicit in some of the same thing that, Mizkiff is. It's just nobody would take her to task about it because she's sweet Emiru. Honestly, I think there is a double standard there, maybe, but who cares? I don't care. Emiru is sweet. So who knows? Asmongold's the one. They're going to find skeletons in his closet. Maybe just more than skeletons. Maybe live women in handcuffs in the basement. Mink says, not feeling very jolly this Christmas. Now, I saw this on Christmas. So this is 6:56 p.m., December 25th. 3 pregnancy tests pregnant. Now, I'm not the guy. Oh, shit. I have my dumb face on full screen. I forgot to switch it over. Not feeling very jolly this Christmas. And then there you go. Now, I'm not the guy to look up immediately oh, this has got to be an image online. This is Google search this image real quick to see if it's real. I'm just not that guy. I wouldn't think about doing that. So when I saw this, I was like, holy shit, dude. I was like, now I have to go live sometime next week because what the fuck did I just see? What the? Okay, no, hash. Let me clarify. The OTK thing was 1 point, and then I moved on the dock, but because I had me full screen, you didn't really see me do it. So, no. OTK and their sexual misdeeds are separate from Justa Minx and her misgivings here. Now, I say misgivings because this is the story. Justa Minx posts this on Christmas. Everybody sees it and they're like, what the fuck? And a lot of people saw this and were like, what the fuck? Holy shit, she's pregnant. What the fuck? I saw so many people retweeting it and saying it was bunk or fucking Augie because they were just hanging out with her the other week. Yeah, whatever. I think they could. Maybe they did. Maybe they could smash something like that, but I think it's more in their dreams. Anyways, people thought she was pregnant as fuck, but then the real trollers, the reals on Twitter, somehow recognized whatever, that this is a Google searched image. You can just search, what up, VW? This is a Google searched image. So, You just Google search pregnancy tests and this comes up. So people didn't catch on to the troll of Just the Minx. So even Keemstar came out and was like, Shrek got pregnant or whatever. I forget what exactly he said. I'm banned. I'm blocked, so I can't actually go look and report on what he actually said, but it was something to that effect. And so then all these guys got into big beef, dude. Mink started saying she was going to fight Ashers or whatever. Yes, Ashers, the same person that came out with the Salvo allegations. She almost got a fight with Minx. Minx is taking her fucking profile pic and blowing it up real big and saying she looks goofy as fuck. They're talking about boxing and shit. Somebody says, hey, mind if I have those when you're done? What the fuck does this mean? Let me get some of those pregnancy tests. I'll sell those online, dude. Imagine how much a Just a Minx pregnancy test, authentic, because these aren't authentic. Keep that in mind. This is fake. An authentic Just a Minx peed on pregnancy stick. Now, I'm sure they bought Amaranth's fart jars, for God's sakes. I feel like $1,000, baby. We already got an offer. Just putting it out there, Minx. We've got buyers. I know the hash is down to clown when it comes to peed on pregnancy tests. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. So let's listen to more crazy Twitch streamers. Train Wrecks. He went on his little bender saying all this shit about the top 100 streamers or whatever, top 10 or whatever it is. Well, we'll listen here. Are using view bots. Ooh. Let's watch.
And I'm under the impression, confident, that in the top 100, at least 90 out of 100 are not only blatantly view botting, but we're
90?
talking massively view botting, because you can't tell at that point, right?
So if you're not picking up what he's putting down, he's saying 90 out of the 100 top streamers on Twitch view bot their streams. Now, that's 90 people? 90? I mean, I trust me, out of the 100 top streamers, do I have any doubt that there's somebody that's view botting? I mean, yeah, I think this is kind of a self-report, to be honest. Like, Trainwreck view bots. I think it's pretty clear. He knows so much about it. I'm sure he dabbles or has dabbled. And, I don't know who to accuse of view botting on Twitch. Like, who knows? Any of them could be. But to make this assertion, I think he's a fucking dumbass loser. 90? You don't know that for any fact. And I just don't believe it. I don't even believe that 90 out of the top 100 streamers are so terminally online that they would even know how to do that. I think that there's a good amount of people in the 100 top streamers that are not even smart enough or, have the resources to view bot in the first place. I think that's a good assertion to make. They're not that smart. Are you kidding? Like, most of the time, some of these streamers pop off from just fucking farting around and fucking telling their mom to fuck off. Like, I have a hard time believing that they're all view botted. 90? Give me a break. VW says, the higher your real viewers, the easier to hide bots. It would be easy but redundant considering they're already large. I mean, like, that's part of it too. I 100% agree with that. Like, why do they need to view bot? They're already huge to begin with. Yeah. And, I just think it's pointless. You'll get found out anyways. You got people like Trainwrecks that knows people are 90 out of the 100 are view botting. So clearly it's not a fucking secret that people do it, according to him. I just think that it's bullshit. It's such bullshit. So yeah, let's move on. Fuck Trainwreck. I mean, now Trainwreck was involved with the Mizkif drama before, and they were all going on about the Gamba shit. And I didn't like half the shit that Trainwreck said then either. I think he's kind of a buffoon. He's a big old ape of an idiot. But that doesn't, like, I want to make it clear that in that kind of situation where it was Mizkif and him, they're both wrong. They're both shitty. I don't stand for Mizkif because I hate Trainwreck. I think that they're both shit. So there you go. Tim Pool had a Merry Christmas. He got blown out of the fucking water. I love this. This was in response to Tim Pool rearranging his Noel elves, little square Noel elves. He rearranged them cleverly to say Elon, and then tweeted at Elon Musk and said, like, Merry Christmas, Elon Musk, because he's a fucking little weirdo. Yes, he does look like Homer Simpson. We're about to see pictures of that. This guy, Eric Biggs, I'm your dad. He says, you should be seriously embarrassed. This is so cringe. Why are conservatives like this? They form such creepy obsessions with the weirdest people. I guess it's that beta follower mentality. And then Tim Pool slams this dude by posting his profile pic, which I always think is funny when people do that. I mean, like, a solid way to get somebody. I mean, you can't really, like, how do you rebut this? He posts a picture of you. He basically says you look goofy. And if you do look goofy, which this guy admittedly does, I mean, like, what do you say? I kind of have to just, like, think of another joke at this point. I can't. Yeah, I'm goofy looking. But this guy says, I'm so owned. Obviously, this is a true alpha. And just so, damn it. I just want to make sure that all gets on here. Timmy. I mean, okay. I'll be nice, Timmy. I'll be nice, okay? Humor me, Timmy. Humor me. And worse than I expected. I agree. It's bad. I mean, that's bad. This is a case of a bald man needs to shave his head quicker. And trust me, I know. Okay? And this is what I was getting at. Okay, we can check me out. I'm not ashamed. I haven't started the island yet, but I'm creeping. My dad always had a bad hairline. I knew it was getting there. But what you need to do as a dignified bald man, God, it looks 100% worse because I have white light shining on my giant noggin. But what you need to do as a balding man is shave that shit, dude. You need to keep it shaved too. Because when you start to, like, mine's not that bad. I shave mine pretty frequently, even though I'll admit I need to shave. Thanks, Hash. Yeah, I worry too. I worry for them as well. I hope none of your family, I hope none of your children are blessed with my hairline. But here, you can catch a glimpse of it right there. Like, if he just kept it tight, if there wasn't all this growth here, dude, Tim, you would look just like a normal egghead, okay? Like a normal egghead. But instead, you've let this thing go untamed, bro. I mean, you are weeks away from having a Larry David, straight up. You should have got rid of this. And you should have, really? You can have... Yeah, dude, you have to have a top knot or something to go with your bald head if you want to make this look stylish. But what you really should have thought of is just never to post this picture ever. Interestingly enough, I love this. Like to hit Tim Pool with one of these and make him look like just a soy little manlet, and then to hit Elon with those old pictures of him where he's like looking up at the camera and he's like, and he's got the super terrible hair before he got his plugs. And oh my God, I love seeing Elon. I almost said Elon and Hitler mixed. I love seeing Elon get hit with the bald picture. Piers Morgan got hacked, baby. And wow, what an epic hack. I wonder sometimes, like, I think normal people don't understand what hack means. You got hacked. Like, I think typically most of the time it's like he entered his password into something he shouldn't have. And yeah, fuck the queen. Which, based, I mean, you could say, fuck the queen, dude. I like that. Get a fucking haircut, you ugly bum, Boris Johnson. Yeah. Boris Johnson's got the, I don't even think he has hair. I mean, like, is that his real hair? I thought it was like a bad Trump wig. Or maybe it's just like Trump-like. That's why yeah. Get a fucking haircut, you ugly bum, at Boris Johnson. So shouts out to our UK viewers. Like this tweet if y'all want to see Piers Morgan's little cock. Yeah. Which I definitely liked that, because nothing better than Piers Morgan's little cock out on the chuckling squad on top. I don't know what that means. Now, see, I'm showing my age here, but I'm sure Piers Morgan doesn't even know what that means. Chuckling squad on top. If chat, you can come in with the win here if you come and tell me what the fuck chuckling squad on top means, because I don't. No idea. But yeah, Piers Morgan getting hacked. That's pretty funny. I like that. The last thing I want to do is look at Chaya Raichik, because I want to take a good, long... he says chuckling is laughing. Am I too high for this? Chuckling squad on top. Okay, so chuckling is laughing squad winning, I think. Oh, okay. So like whoever hacked him is saying like, yeah, we win, bitch. Okay. I'm such a boomer. I'm not a boomer, but I'm such a boomer. God. We'll look at Chaya Raichik last. We already look at Trisha Paytas. The Greta Thunberg and Andrew Tate thing has to come before I leave. But check this out. If you want to talk about coming, talk about, do you see this, man? What a beautiful man. And you know, Slime Forest shared this music with us at the beginning and now shares this meme. And you're like, oh, what? It's a picture of Ben Shapiro. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a fucking picture of Ben Shapiro. The real Ben Shapiro. Betty, in fact. Bethany Shapiro. My favorite online personality. I cannot wait to see what Bethany Shapiro has in store for us in 2023. Those are some big ass jugs, dude. I could see Salvo Pancakes potentially hitting you up in the DMs, Beth. Sorry, I misgendered and dead named you. Beth, be prepared. There might be some Italian sausage in your DMs in the future. Not me, by the way. Not me. Other disgusting Italians might be into those giant honking jugs of yours. I'm taken and married. Thank you very much. Greta Thunberg. Now, I get sick of the fucking Greta of it all, dude. Like, I think this girl just needs to be left the fuck alone. Why do people insist? I mean, I guess because she's kind of provocative in terms of she says, like, Let's not burn the world before I get old enough to enjoy it. I mean, I sympathize and I agree with that statement. But Andrew Tate says, hello, Greta Thunberg. I have 33 cars. My Bugatti has a W6 mumbo jumbo car talk. My Ferrari is big and fat and cool. This is just the start. Provide your email address so I can send you a complete list of my cars and the carbon emissions. Whatever. Fuck. You stupid fuckhead. It's not even funny, is the thing. First off, I'm talking to myself dry here because I'm so pissed about fucking Andrew Tate and this shit. First off, who the fuck was caring about Greta Thunberg? Andrew, who told you to tweet at Greta? Tweet at somebody else. Tweet at somebody your own size. Isn't that what they say? This chick is fucking 15 years younger than you, and she doesn't even care what the fuck you have to say, small dick energy. Bugatti. So, yes, please do enlighten me and email me at smalldickenergy@getalife.com. His whole existence makes me feel uncomfortable, okay? Now, deep cut for anybody out there. If we have any anime fans in the audience or any viewers that are anime fans, Andrew Tate looks like the fucking one of the creepy demon things that they fight at the end of Jujutsu Kaisen, the last season. At the very end, they fight a big, fat, disgusting humanoid looking thing. And then one that's like a tall, muscular, striking a pose kind of guy. And that dude is Tate in anime form. And I think that Tate is just a demon. Honestly, I think that's really more what it cued in for me. Is like, seeing that likeness made me think, oh, this is just Demon on Earth. Hellspawn. A bald fucking thumb-looking motherfucker, dude. Disgusting. And you know why he's disgusting? Because he led up with this. Shouts out to Jay Aubrey, by the way. She ain't ready, because Jake Shields says Andrew Tate and Greta Thunberg need to stop flirting and just fuck already. She ain't ready. So this is the kind of guy we're talking about. Fucking Bugatti Bubble Water is fucking she ain't ready. The 19-year-old girl. I mean, thank God that he waited until she was, she cleared 18 to make this joke. Otherwise, it'd be a lot more unfortunate for him. But yeah, of course, Greta Thunberg, 19 years old, is not ready for the muscular fucking humanoid penis brought to life. I mean, walking around penis ass looking motherfucker. Yeah, she's not ready for it. I agree. Nobody's ready for it. Nobody's ready to be kept in your fucking basement doing fucking cam shows or whatever the fuck and paying you all the money for it. Nobody's ready for that life. And she's young and ripe too. 19. Like, she's got a long career ahead of her of being locked in Tate's basement, churning out endless fucking OnlyFans or webcam site, you name it. Yeah. She ain't ready. You're right. She ain't ready. I'm not ready. Chaya, Raichik, and Tucker Carlson. Now, I wanted to save this for the end. I did a Chaya Raichik short the other day. I hope everybody enjoyed that. Popping off a little bit for my shorts. Chaya Raichik, scumbag, libs of TikTok on Twitter. And, politics aside, Chaya Raichik could just be a shitty Republican, and that would be fine with me. I'd be fine with that because I like a lot of shitty Republicans. But Chaya couldn't stop there, to just be that. She has to dox and fucking bomb threat children's hospitals and shit and just be a fucking terrorist online, essentially. That's Chaya Raichik. And before now, there's only been like an image of Chaya going around. So people knew what Chaya Raichik looked like, but it was really the people that wanted to know who was the face behind Libs of TikTok on Twitter. That's essentially why people knew what she looked like before this moment, okay, that we're about to watch. Well, once, Chaya had been on the biggest fucking show ever, Tucker Carlson's Today show, I mean, second only to the Clout morning show. In fact, I've heard. They say Tucker's show is only second to the Clout podcast show. She is some sort of, she's got a drop. You know what they say? You know how they say? She's got a drop. She's not just white. She's got a drop. That's fucked up. But yeah, she's not like European white. She's something else. But, I guess all that aside, let's listen.
What is going on here? Do you have any theories?
I think there's something so unique about the LGBTQ community has become this cult, and it's so captivating, and it pulls people in so strongly, unlike anything we've ever seen. And they brainwash
raging homosexuals
people to join, and they convince them of all of these things. And it's really, really hard to get out of it. It's really difficult. And there are studies on.
Now, I don't want to go
this.
too hard into this because Fox might fucking claim me, which they probably already did, actually, now that I've listened to this much. But the best show, it's the best show. I mean, you know what? I don't have to say that the Clout Route is the best show ever. I'll give it to Tuck, dude. Tuck's got the best show. I can't get Chaya Raichik on my show. I wish I could, So hats off to you, Tuck. You're a little more relevant than the Clout Route podcast. But I wanted to watch this clip not only to show the context for what I'm about to show you, but to comment kind of on what the fuck she's saying. Now, I don't know if anyone else has this thought or, experiences this vibe that I do, but what she's talking about here, and I can play it without showing her stupid face, even though I want to, because I want everybody to see what she looks like. But I want you to see what I look like more, because it's me.
What's going on here? Do you have any theories?
She says,
I think there's something so unique about the LGBTQ community has become this cult, and it's so captivating.
So she says the LGBT community has become this cult, and it's so captivating. Okay, now, just want to mansplain for a second. The reason why people see an increase, now imagine this. Take a walk with me and think about this. A thought experiment, you could say. The reason why there's so many more raging homosexuals and crazy trans people and drag shows is because as time moves on, it's became more and more accessible, maybe accessible, acceptable for everyone. People have become much more tolerant of the LGBT community, accepting of them. A lot of people would have said before, recent events that they're pretty much assimilated. They had the right to be married, They could vote or whatever, always, like anybody else. The sexual orientation or whatever didn't affect that. But, I personally thought it was all going in a positive direction until all this transphobic shit started going down, which Chaya is at the helm of hating trans people and stuff like that. But she says, captivating cult. And I thought that this sounded a lot like religion was to me as a kid. Now, I want to listen to it a little further, and I'm not trying to disparage religion outright. You know, I'm not a religious guy. I don't like it. But it has its purposes, and not everybody is what I'm about to say. But I want to listen to just a little more.
And it pulls people in so strongly, unlike anything we've ever seen. And they
Brainwash.
People to join, and they convince them of all of these things.
So they brainwash people to join, and they convince them of all these things. Now, I want to tell a story of mine, just a personal anecdote, but I also want to say that isn't that religion in itself? Fucking the Bible is exactly doing what she's describing. That's what it does. That doesn't even mean it's necessarily a bad thing. It's just like they say the cult of personality is when somebody is fucking popular in pop culture or whatever. Like, it was designed to get people to like that and subscribe to it, you know, like a YouTube channel. People like the Bible. People like the Bible. Some people say the best book out there. But yeah, like, this all sounds like when I was a kid and my neighbors wanted me to come to Sunday school with them so that I could learn about church. And my mom was like, cool. Yeah, you know, of course I want that for my son. And then they took me with them, and I, knowing nothing about church, go. And, you know, obviously I have to sit through the boring parts of it all, but I'm really going so that I can play with my friends and stuff, you know, hang out when I was young. And the whole time they're trying to instill in my head all this stuff that the Bible wants me to know. And, you know, some kids would sit there and absorb it, and some kids like me would sit there and fucking chew my fingernails or something until I was allowed to leave, or just not even go to that part at all and just hide in the bathroom or something until I can come out and do something fun, because I don't want to listen to a fucking idiot in front of a hall of people saying amen, amen over and over again. It was fucking stupid to me. But they were always trying to get me to subscribe to that thought. And I didn't, you know. I mean, even when I was there, I didn't believe in God really, but it's a different point. That's one anecdote I want to say is like, yeah, religion is designed to catch people onto it like this. What she's saying that LGBT communities are doing, which it's just because people are more tolerant of more people are going to come out. That's how it works. Duh. You don't have to freak out about it. Yeah, more kids are accepting the idea that they can do this. People are teaching their kids that they can be whatever they want to be, however they feel, yada, yada. Yes, there's going to be more gays and lesbians. Sorry.
Of all of these things. And it's really, really hard to get out of it.
It's really, really hard to get out of it. That's a point I want to nail home too. When I worked, the last place I worked, there was a cult that existed in this store that I worked at. I worked at a store, okay, and it was a big store. And at this store, they hired a lot of these people that were part of a specific church group. Dwell, okay, Dwell. And I'm doxing them. I don't give a fuck. They're a cult. Dwell was this cult, okay? And when I came to the place that I was working, Dwell was a huge thing. People even said it to me. Has anybody talked to you about that Dwell yet? That weird thing? And I had a very old-timey boss that wasn't afraid to say whatever the fuck he wants. So he was like, have they talked to you about the cult yet? Blah, blah, blah. And me being like, no, what? Have they talked to me about the cult? And within a few days of me working at this store, one of my coworkers approached me and he said, hey, you like movies? I saw your Facebook. You want to come over and watch like some Quentin Tarantino movies? Hang out? Chill or whatever? I live with a bunch of I have a bunch of housemates. We can all chill. And, you know, I'm like, sure, you know, the idea of meeting new people. I was younger too, so I was like, oh, cool, meeting new people. doing a new thing. Well, I never ended up doing that because I don't follow through with that kind of stuff like that. I mean, those are kind of just like meaningless. Yeah, I'll do that. That's kind of how it was. Well, then I see him do it to other people when they join. So like new people come in to the store and every time, hey, I saw that you go to anime conventions. I watch anime. You want to come over to my house and watch anime? Hey, you're religious. You like God. You should come over to my house. We do a Sunday school thing. Come and hang out with my housemates. We'll do our Sunday school thing. So essentially, every time a new person would come, he would try to recruit them. That's what he was doing. And I assume many of the other people involved with the cult were trying to do the same thing. All these other people that worked there. There were so many people that worked there that were a part of Dwell, the cult. It was because that's what they did. It was a perfect chance for every new hire. And it was a store. So it was a frequent thing. And it was the best way for them to recruit. Yeah. And they would meet you, find your Facebook friends, were work friends, whatever. Find your interests, draw you in, and have you come. And if you were religious, you were basically already a foot in the door because like with me, for instance, he had to be like movies. You like movies. And then as we got to know each other more, I was very critical of organized religion, which I always am. And he realized oh, this guy's not down with this. And I think he tried to keep it from me a lot that he was getting people involved with it, but I always thought he was a freak. And we made sure to make the point yeah, you're culty. And my boss was such a dickhead like me that we basically pointed it out all the time. My boss, by the way, was Catholic. I'm not religious. My boss was super Catholic, and he was like, yeah, you're a cult. So I think take that in mind too. These people had to report to a higher up in their church before they changed jobs, before they got in relationships, before they took major exams, and after, so that they could report, because they prey on these people when they're in college. That's how they do it. So you also, there's part of that too. You're assigned a person that you basically have to report to. It's culty, very weird. But this all pertains to this too, is what I'm saying. Don't come at me with the culty LGBTQ because there's more people that are coming out as lesbian, trans, gay, bi, whatever, that it's some kind of cult. No, you simple fuck. Chaya Raichik, you simple fuck. Okay? We're becoming more tolerant as a society, and more people are becoming accepting. And it's not because there's some fucking weird cult. And if you want to talk about cults and reflect on that whole thing, maybe you should take a look inward to some of the organized religion or shit like that has culty. You want to talk about cult. You want to talk about cult, maybe your Twitter followers, maybe the whole Trumpy thing. I don't know. I won't go too in on that. But on that note, the last thing that we're going to end on is, and the whole point that brought this around, the serfs with a slamming piece here. I love that they did this. The serfs here identified that Chaya Raichik was at the fucking, S&T cult. Definitely a cult. Fucking freaks and that shit, dude. Definitely. Salvo News Team was a cult. Dude, look what he did. Salvo News Team cult is almost like Nexium or whatever. Nexus. Whatever that fucking Netflix cult was, the documentary. S&T, Salvo News Team, is basically that, dude. He brought you in the most talented bunch. I mean, I'll admit, Salvo knew how to pick them, dude. Hash, you'll have to go back and watch some of the stream if you want to hear the Salvo bits. But Salvo knew how to pick them. He had a news team full of pretty smart, pretty, savvy internet people. And he captured some of them with his penis, dude. He used his greasy influence to get in there and fucking get some tit pics, dude. The S&T cult. We called it here right at the end of the podcast. I love that. Thank you. Thank you, VW, for bringing that around for me. S&T cult. I like that. Yeah. What did they brand pancakes on your ass cheeks or something? Everybody had a pancakes brand put on their butt cheeks if you were part of SNT. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyways, back to this. Chaya Raichik, the serfs found Chaya Raichik at the January 6th insurrection. Now, what had happened is, yeah, people who wanted to know what Chaya Raichik looked like, Keffels or whoever's making a big tirade against her, probably has seen her on Twitter. You know, you just see that picture go around. So you've seen that old picture of her and you know what she looked. I knew what she looked like already. But Tucker is the first time she's getting mainstream anything. Besides just straight up Twitter, she is, I blame Salvo for the fall of Mr. Noodles. I feel like that is the quote from chat in the podcast, but he is just obnoxious. Anyways, sorry, I loved that. I had a tangent on that. This is the first time Chaya has been mainstream exposed besides Twitter. So people saw her face and then they were like, huh, look what I found.
That's so fucking incredible. Oh.
It is incredible.
Go. Oh, hey, it's you. How's it going, Chaya? Good to see ya. Was that a fun day?
And I mean,
you look like you're having fun.
There's
Doing
no way.
Q. We do a little.
There's no way that you there's no way that you can look at this and be like, that's not her. That's her. That's Chaya. Chaya Raichik. Right here. With her fucking Make America Great Again hat on. And somebody, see, this is what I want to know. Like, did somebody know that that was her? Or did she just happen to be in somebody's footage and somebody, I mean, I don't know. Who knows? We always got to consider that it could be an op. But one way or another, you can't op the whole fact that she is there physically on January 6th with a Make America Great Again hat on. This bitch is an insurrectionist crazy fuck that likes to dox children and bomb threat children's hospitals. Freak of nature, disgusting human being, getting clout from Tucker Carlson, which, I mean, like, surprise, surprise, Cucker Tarlson's fucking giving the wrong people clout out there, but fuck you, Tuck. Fucking Tuck. Anyways, it has been a I love morning streams. Let me tell you what I love about morning streams and Hitler. I love coming in here in the morning. You guys are awesome in the chat. Thanks so much for showing up. You know, if you missed the downfall of Salvo, I mean, check out CJ Brown. Him and Parking Tigers have a slamming piece on Salvo's downfall on CJ Brown's channel. Check him out. I'll try to put it in the description. And, you know, if you missed some of the beginning of the podcast, I talk about it all. I look at all the screenshotted DMs or whatever, all of the naughty Salvo isms where he's saying, you're going to swallow my cum, bitch. I mean, gotta love it. Anyways, I will leave my wife for you. If you are out there and you hit me up in the DMs, I want you to move to Ohio. I will leave my wife for you, okay? Please move to Ohio. I will leave my wife for you. If you are brave enough to move to Ohio to be with the greasy Italian man with a small member, leader of a weird internet cult. Move to Ohio. I will leave my wife for you. Worst case scenario, you fuck my wife and I just watch in the corner. Worst case. Best case, come to Ohio and I leave my wife for you. Salvo and Edwin for life. We know they fucked. Keemstar told us they fucked. You heard it from Keemstar. Keemstar said Salvo and Edwin fucked. He at least said that they sucked. There was some dick sucking involved. So one way or another, Edwin might be cute, but he definitely had his taste of some Salvo, whether it was some or some or whatever. One way or another, Keemstar and Brantley had to go away and leave the boys to be boys. So, you know, we don't have any photo evidence, but I feel like we can spare ourselves from seeing Salvo getting bent over the couch and Edwin doing his fucking Anyways, thank you for tuning in to the show. I love y'all. I'm going to go throw up with Hash. I'm not going to leave my wife. I love my wife. Have a good one. See you next morning show. Peace. Boop. Yeah.